Let it just go. It is going to be okay. I'm going to be okay no matter if it ends horribly and I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm still going to be okay.
Right, because everything's gonna happen the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
That's the shit I struggle with on a day.
So that's what I've been doing lately. So I told my therapist, I'm like, that's pretty much it. I cry here and there, and I cried with my therapist because I'm a wussy. But that's just,
no, dude. You kidding? My therapist, when I was seeing her, man, that her tissue budget went up, big time. Big time.
Tissue budget went up. I got Joe this week. Can you get me 2 boxes?
She would just
Kleenex?
open the door, hand it to me, and I'd sit down and be like, "We're doing what we do. We doing what we do." I'm gonna cry today. Big cry. Booger cries. But booger cries. I mean, there's no more raw feeling than leaving a therapist's office after booger cries.
Oh, don't you feel like there's your body is just drained of everything? You're just like everything feels wide open after you cry hard.
It's the greatest thing I ever did because I haven't seen her in probably over a month because we just agreed that we don't need to just come there to report on my weekly life.
Right.
So you can come whenever you want, but it's like, honestly, man, having her and unloading all that shit, going through everything, see world totally different.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like things haven't changed.
Right.
Like the things I can't control haven't changed.
Exactly.
But I've
That's how you
changed,
changed.
and I'm letting life take its course.
Right.
The way it's supposed to, and not the way I want to.
Right.
And it's all stuff I learned years ago, but you just get caught up sometimes, and you just, you know.
It's good.
Day at a time, baby. It's like corny, but it's like
no, that's it.
It's
man.
just it literally is the way. It's like, today I'm doing good and I'm feeling good and I'm
correct
doing the right thing.
Doing the right thing. I'm doing whatever I can do today to be the best guy I can be. That's what I say to my therapist every day.
Right.
I mean, I'm just trying to be the best guy I can be at the end of the day.
Yeah, and try not to beat myself up when I fall short.
When I'm not. Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But that's kind of like the motivation because when I do fuck up on certain things in my life that make me feel bad, I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to go the whole next day feeling like shit because I fucked up yesterday.
No.
I just don't. So that's one of the motivations. I'm like, nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it feeling shitty.
I also think it's also a good perk of being older and aging is like.
That'd be a fucking perk.
But that
better be a fucking perk. This older shit.
We're like, I just understand myself a lot better. Where I feel like, 15 years ago, it would just be like way worse the way I handle things, or like
100%
getting through to me. And
yeah.
I don't know. It's just, or the fact that I feel like as I get older, it's like, yeah, this sucks, but
right.
I've been through so much. You're like,
but it's funny. There's younger people. It's like because we attribute like, oh, I know a lot more. I'm better off as an older person. Like there's young people who are figuring out how to meditate, how to get through things, how to act differently.
Oh yeah, well they were raised like that.
Yes, that's the thing.
They were raised like that.
Thing.
We just a different generation,
right? So I'm trying to I'm telling my son and my daughter like this is what I've been doing. Like if you ever struggle, this is what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Like like this is maybe they won't have to go till they're 50 fucking years old to figure out. I mean, I kind of been this way for a long time, but you don't want to have to go to your 30 something years old before you figure out how to start being okay with life.
I mean, even when I wanted to get clean in the 90s, I was like, you don't need that shit.
Right.
I don't want to hang out. I mean, come on, just
right.
Just have some wine.
Yeah.
If you just drink wine, you'd be all right. It's just like all these
absolutely.
old school methods of like you never admit you have a problem.
Right.
But yeah, that's good though. I'm happy the meditation's working. You definitely seem much better compared to, the last part of last year.
Right. Oh,
you know what I mean? Yes. The end of last year to today.
Night and day.
Well, you were a zombie. When I used to see you, it was like
I didn't know how to even be like.
You're like I was like almost a zombie with you. I'm like I don't even know what to tell you, man.
I know. I know.
I can even fake advice sometimes.
Yeah.
To friends, you're just like, yeah, you got to see a professional with this one.
Yeah. I told you, my therapist, so this all happened with my son, in November 2nd. By November 5th, I had a therapist. I never had a therapist in my life.
Yeah.
By November 5th, I had a therapist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to my therapist, and I tell him, I just dump some, all the stuff, and he was like, he looks at me, he's like, yeah, Yeah, I really don't know what to say right there. I'm like, my best friend Joe has the same advice. He's like, I don't know what to say. I'm like, he's like, yeah, man, I don't know what to say. I'm like, I get it, man. There's nothing to say right now. There's not. But for that, until January, I felt, and the only way I can describe it is that gravity was working overtime on me. Like gravity was pulling me more than it was pulling everybody else on the planet.
That's how I was.
Felt like I could not hold myself up straight. Everything felt like it fucking sucked.
Yeah, my first therapy appointment, I just blubbered and blabbed and cried to her for about a half an hour.
Right.
She goes, I think we should see each other weekly. And I go, I like that. I like that. It's not just because you're pretty.
It's because it makes sense.
It makes sense to me. You're being pretty's a perk, but
yeah, it's gravy.
It's gravy. Lots of gravy.
My therapist isn't pretty.
No,
he's a guy.
Yeah, I don't think I could have been as vulnerable as I was to a guy.
Yeah.
Because I was to her about what was going on with me. Like it just, I don't know. I don't think I could have let it go as easy.
Right.
You know, like if I'm like in the state I'm in now, like just say for instance she moved and I could never see her again.
Right.
Like I just had like at the state I'm in now where I'm kind of like leveled off. I probably could talk to a dude and like maintain.
Right.
But I just had too much to share.
Yeah, I've never been one to not be able to talk.
Yeah.
So I'm always open, very open. I never hold anything back. There's nothing I'm afraid to say. But
also, she was the only one that responded, so it was very.
Yeah. It's like how I date.
Yeah,
sounds like my dating
I said it on
scenario.
stage. People go, "How'd you find your therapist?" I go, "Same way I found every woman in my life.
Yeah.
She's the only one that responded."
Exactly.
Put out a lot of feelers, put out a lot of fish hooks, and then one came.
Like, oh, I love you then.
Yeah. I guess we're doing this. We're riding this one out till you break my heart. Cool. I got one.
That's my